When I started this YouTube channel, I honestly thought maybe half a dozen people would be interested in my spinning and my knitting and sort of my fibre arts. 100 people have subscribed already. I'm amazed. That's fantastic. So thank you so much. It means so much to me. And spinning is my happy place. And I was just thinking about how much it influences everything that I do. And when my partner and I started the new chapter of our life in West Wales, we moved here in, 2017, I think it was. And when we were kind of packing up our old house and we'd sold our business and it was this whole new start. And as the removal guys were putting all the stuff onto the lorry to come to West Wales from Somerset, I said to them, look, you can drop anything else, but if you drop my spinning wheel, I will never forgive you. And that's how much it means to me, just to be able to sit down at the wheel and get into the rhythm and feel the fibre and just create something absolutely beautiful at the end of it. And maybe sometimes I make things out of it and sometimes I don't. But that's just, it's everything. I love it. I love it so much. And so I'm really grateful that other people are getting entertainment and finding interest and joy with me sharing basically my passion, what I love. So I'm going to go and do a few errands with the dog, although how helpful the dog's going to be in the post office, I think, is up for debate. And then I'm just going to sort of show you a little bit around the garden that we have. We live in a very small semi-detached bungalow in West Wales in Pembrokeshire, and it was very deliberately small. It's about 700 square feet, which, I mean, that's not tiny by any means, but I think compared with quite a few places like sort of Australia and Canada and America, that would be considered really quite a small space to live in. But we really love it, and it has been a absolute new lease of life. We moved to West Wales because my partner suffered a life-changing brain injury, and basically it meant that he had to retire quite a lot earlier than we had been planning. I also retired and I am his full-time caregiver. I also have a small online business designing wedding invitations and things which I sell on the print-on-demand site Zazzle. If anybody is interested, I will link it, but you know, it's not something that I'm particularly promoting. It sort of just sits there and carries on and happily makes me a bit of money. But the dog's barking, so I'm going to say goodbye for now, and we shall resume this in the garden. Yesterday we caught the tail end of Storm Babette, and my goodness, can you see what's happened to the garden? We've still got quite a lot of things in flower, but they've all totally collapsed, particularly in these raised beds. And we've still got a bit of wind. So the dahlias are still in flower. Michaelmas daisies are just about going over. But my goodness, it's been bashed about. So I think one of our jobs this week is to try and tidy up here a little bit. But just to prove that life goes on, there are the broad beans just beginning to sprout. And we should be planting those out when they're large enough. You may or may not know that Andrew is a wheelchair user, and one of the appeals of this garden was that it had built-in raised beds. But one of the things that we've been doing over the past 3 or 4 years that we've been here is putting in raised beds that are specifically at wheelchair height, and actually not having them too huge so that he can access them from the chair. And in here we've got some lovely beetroot, and we shall be harvesting those very soon. And then leeks, and we'll start picking those probably a little bit towards Christmas. And just because we like to mix it up, we've got some flowers in there as well. This is part of our edible hedge, and it includes rosemary and wild plums and these things, guava berries. And I think they are just about ready to harvest. They were allegedly Queen Victoria's favourite fruit. All I can say is obviously fruit was not that great in Victorian times, because they certainly aren't my favourite fruit, but they do make a very nice jelly. So that is something I hope I get to show you in the very near future. The long, languid days of summer are far behind us. As the nights draw in and the temperatures drop, a new rhythm of daily life is established. Cleaning out the grate, chopping the kindling and laying the fire have taken the place of the madness of the summer garden, with its cutting of the lawn, its planting out, and forever weeding. There has been one constant in my life, in this ever-changing world where we have AI and instant gratification, the never-ending scroll. It is for me making and creating with my hands. I invite you to join me on a slow journey, creating and exploring the world of fibre arts, the world of gardening, and the world of slowing down. Together, let's see what we can create and discover. So let's see where this journey takes us. And until next time, happy creating.